You're listening to Polymatic.media, episode 132 for December 2025. Welcome to the Polymaticast.
Now with more spaghetti.
Yeah, more spaghetti. So many audio problems on Alan's end here. Yeah, there's just trouble. And it's just Google Meet was working and it wasn't working, and now John's teleconferencing conference software nemesis we're using. He doesn't like it. It's okay, but it's working.
My name on Zoom at the moment is John does not like Zoom.
So. Yeah, I know it runs off. It says John does not like, or well, it's Lee ...
Yeah.
Anyhow, but it's working. This is what I use with OG. That's the only reason I use it. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to use the audio from Zoom, then it's going to be an interesting experience. But yeah, I hope your recording is doing fine.
So. Yeah, I got it twice over. I got the board, right, which everything is naturally working and running into organically, and then digitally from the board into Audition, it's working fine. I did see a video on Audacity 4. It's looking pretty good, but it's not. You said it wasn't open source anymore?
What? No, that was the there's problems like adding new features at the moment because of the massive amount of work that's being done on it. So
okay, I saw some video where I don't know if it was like a replay or if that was actually like the developer or something, but he was advertising off in TikTok. I saw it and I was like, oh, looks pretty good. And he was talking about things that was corrected from Audacity 3. But I'm pretty sure that from my version that I use, it got sort of original, one of the two developers, one of the founding developers, that's why the guy split off for Dark Audacity. He went off and sold it off to a very untrustworthy company. And then I don't know. I sort of fell off on version 3. So I don't know what's going on, or if I could trust installing that software.
Yeah.
But it looks better.
Kind of annoying.
Yeah. In your case, though, you're using Audition. So yeah. I just had it with the old Dark Audacity. So. But anyhow. Okay. Yeah. Asides. Things, put that to the side. So
I got hit with the first cold in 6 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Something's been it's been making me unhappy a couple nights. This past week, and the week before, I had a couple nights where I was just getting up a lot, heading to the bathroom. It was not a positive experience. That's just how my body's processing sickness. I don't really get sick until a moment, and then I'm really unhappy for a day. So, yeah, I don't know. Yep. It's cold around here. It's cold season.
Yeah, that it started with like just a scratchy throat, and then I was like, I had a little incident with some bad food that came back up, so I was like, oh, it's just caused by me having a reaction to something. And then over the weekend, I think, did we record? I think it might have been when we recorded last that I got hit. So after that, it started quickly going. No, yeah, maybe it's the week after. I don't know, but it was pretty gnarly for like a couple of days, but then I was over it. But I still have like the after effects of it. So apparently it's like it's over really quick, but then you keep having like small issues with it. And apparently it's not COVID. It's not not the flu. Nobody knows what it is. And
it hasn't hit me yet, thankfully, and so I'm hoping it won't.
Well, I got through my streak of not having a cold for 6 years, so that's kind of annoying.
Well, here's my indicator. Getting on the train. I am going in the city, And I found myself even last week sneezing a couple times while I was
Oh
on the
no.
train, right? And so that's my indicator that people are my problem, not Alan is my problem. So, uh, and and then I'm at work and I'm sneezing, and it's you know what, I should just put a cloth mask on, while I'm on the train. I
Yeah.
do it occasionally when someone's smelly, but like outside of that, I'm not normally putting a cloth mask on anymore.
I don't think that anybody cares about anybody else anymore. I think that has been worked its way out of people by now.
I
They
that's
don't
that
really
was
care about
evident.
anybody else's health and just, go fuck
Yeah,
them,
that
basically.
was very evident with the COVID pandemic experience.
Well, in the beginning, there was like lots of people, trying to stop the spread while other people were like embracing it and licking toilet seats and whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
you
it's not.
find how not hygienic people are,
Yeah.
and just don't care. Uh, I don't want to
And
tell
there's
the
like
stories.
I got colleagues who are like who have like kids, and like
Yeah.
half the company has kids, the other half does not. Um, and all the people with kids, they keep getting sick all the
Mm-hmm.
time, and then they
Yeah.
come to the office
And
before
then
they're
they
actually
they
better,
share their
and then
pain.
they share whatever they brought from their kids, and I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't want your face germs in my lungs. Thank you. Go
Right.
away.
Yeah. I get that from being on the train for an hour,
I'm
two to
like I'm
three
gonna
days a
put in
week.
like a laser or something and just burn their eyes out. Stop
Yeah.
stop stop infecting me with your garbage. Ugh, I hate it so much. Yeah, it's the worst feeling. I hate having colds. Like there's people who like uh it's like a clean out or something, but I don't really feel about it that way. I feel about it like, you know, I don't want those germs in my face. Thank you. So also I don't want to get sick. Right.
Yeah. I don't like that either. Again, like I said, it took me.
Because I never take a day off. Right. I never go have a sick day. I haven't taken a sick day in like what is it,
Right.
15 years.
Yeah, I'm the same. When I take a day off, I'll take it off because the doctor's gonna have me running around, or I just need a stop. Like, I'm going to the eye doctor on the 11th, so um, he's gonna keep me. They're gonna dilate me. Can I work?
Yeah.
Yes. Will I be a little fuzzy on things? Yes, but like, I'm fine. To the point that like I could work, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna take the day off because I don't have any other days off aside from Christmas, which is a corporate holiday, um, that I'm taking off. Not even my birthday, right? So just gonna get through the end of the year, and then I'll take off a day beginning of the next year, right? Which is different vacation cycle. So
Interesting.
so I've just figured I'll use the doctor day as taking off,
How many
right?
vacation days do you get a year?
Um, that's a good question. New job, so I don't know, but I'm going to be banking some hours into the new one. Um,
But do you
and
get that in your contract?
yeah. So it's something like my brain is telling me 4 weeks, but that includes the also the office. There's 8 office holidays, right? So I didn't become an employee until um,
So you get 12 days a year?
I didn't
Is
I didn't
that
become an employee until September. I have to go check on the day. I think it's 9/8. So September 8th, I became an official employee off contract. So I didn't get. I only got an advantage of like half the corporate holidays this year,
mm,
and not all of them. But they include the 8. Whatever next year is probably still 8. It's typically 8 everywhere. Company comes up with the 8 holidays, and then you get paid for those, and then you have PTO, and then you have some sick day stuff. But the PTO and the sick day stuff is basically the same thing. It's just the difference between planned scheduled time off
mm.
and unplanned scheduled time off.
Wow. I get 26 a year. And then there's
Yes,
the national holidays. So,
right. So I
but
get,
I gotta say, the national holidays in the Netherlands are absolute garbage. There's like a few. Like I
yeah, I
think it's
mean,
maybe 4 or 5 or something at most.
yeah,
So it's
the
terrible.
company doesn't honor happy National Podcasters Day, right? For example, all those silly made up ones.
No, no,
They
no.
don't
I
honor
understand,
any
but
of that.
like I think America has like a lot more than the.
Most places you typically get off for Thanksgiving, so that's 2 days. So it's Thanksgiving Day and then after. Typically you get off for Christmas. You'll get off for New Year's Day, depending. So for 1/1 next year, I get that day is off. Um,
What about 4th of July and stuff like that?
4th of July, typically Labor Day, Memorial Day. Um, what else? We don't get off for President's Day. I'd have to go check the corporate holidays, but every company has a different. They just pick the 8, right? So obviously you take 2 days out for Thanksgiving, you get off for Christmas, depending on the correlation. Obviously you get off the 1st every year, so that right there is 5. No, that's 4, right? That's guaranteed. And then there's always Labor Day and Memorial Day, so that's another 6. And then
Mm.
whatever the remaining 2 are, I don't know. I don't know what. I'd have to go look at the corporate holiday stuff to kind of know what they did this year. That being said, even though I was working for the company as in the contract, for 5 months, 6 months, I when they closed, I had like one sick day I could use that I never used with that company on contract. That basically I just wasn't getting paid. And I didn't love those. I loved the day off. I didn't love that I wasn't getting paid.
Mm. Yeah, the whole contract thing is really weird to me.
Yeah, I don't like taking them, but I took them for this one because
Mm.
I kept getting hit up by multiple companies, and I finally said yes to someone because I was running out of money. Like at some point, I was like, all right. I couldn't hold out for the real market because a lot of fake jobs that companies list with no
Mm.
intent. So and no
Time to whore
intent to
yourself
actually
out to
hire.
contracts.
Hmm?
Time to whore yourself out to contracts.
Well, I mean, I hate doing them because they make these grand promises. Like they're like, oh yeah, contract to hire. No. They have never have an intent to hire. But
Mm.
also, usually when companies rely on contracts to hire, that tells me that they historically have trust issues, and that they got themselves burnt. So they
Mm.
do that because they have trust issues. And there's not like that's a cheaper option for them. They just have trust issues. And I get that, but then that means that you go work for a toxic, employer, or the boss who makes that decision, you work for a toxic individual because they have trust issues and they'll micromanage you. And people are like, oh, well, that's not true. That's not my experience. Like, great. But like, I've been doing this for 30 years and I guarantee you, I've been on both sides of it, and I can tell you what the red flags are when I see them. So in this case, I was like, I got to be employed. And, my, yes, in the 6 months of me being unemployed last year, I learned how to make sourdough and bake. And that's great. It's a great skill now, but like, I needed employment more than
Yeah,
I needed
you
the
can always start
uh,
setting up as a baking influencer.
no, no. I do. I forgot that I was restarting my. I had made starter. I made a bunch of sourdough stuff for Thanksgiving, and so I was like, oh, I fridged the starter and I put it out to get the room temp, and then I fed it a little bit last night, and you know 10 hours or 8 hours later I was like, this thing is probably gonna explode. And of course it did. It filled up the whole jar. It was just like it got out of the lid, the
Oh,
glass lid on top, which is enough weight, and it got over it and out. I took a picture of it earlier.
it's coming
So
to eat you.
so instead of me going through all my trying to make everything work, audio nonsense,
Hmm.
For that half hour. I was like, let me feed this thing briefly, and then I was like, all right, let me transfer it into a bigger jar. Let me feed that, and I got sourdough starter on my new hoodie.
No, no.
Yeah, it's already messed. It's already messed up. It's a comfortable hoodie. Anyhow,
So
sorry.
I was going to build a new PC in January. Speaking of trust issues,
Yeah.
um, I was going to build a new PC, and turns out that it's going to be either very expensive or I'm not going to do it.
Well, hoard your RAM and hoard your SSDs as quickly as possible.
Yeah, if you bought like if you didn't buy RAM recently, don't buy any now. Or if you have a PC that has like if you have an older system like a AM4 or something like that that uses DDR4, keep a hold of it because don't throw away the machine. Keep it there and yeah. The RAM prices went up like 4 times. It's 4 times the price that it was. But like I sent a picture of like one of the DDR kits I was looking at to Alan, and the price went up about 4 times. Yes, in like a week. It was insane. In like the last week, it's gone up so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. And I would love to build a new PC next year, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be it. Also, apparently, the SSD prices are going to go up because it's the same problem. So I hate it so much. And there is a video by Gamers Nexus, Polymatic.link /1L9 for that one. The memory industry is corrupt? Question mark. Anyway, that's not what he said his title was, but that's
That's
what I
your
made of
title.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
it's going to be a
any
pain in the ass.
any capitalist that can take advantage of a situation does.
Hmm.
We saw this through the pandemic. It just seemed like everyone has an excuse for things. I remember when I was sort of buying a house and the prices were going up. I'm like, insert excuse here, right? And it's like, oh, all the labor is going up on all the wood. The cost of wood is going up, and I'm like, no, it hasn't. You guys have just inflated price, right? And that's where we're at. And there is. I was looking at. There's a particular uh, construction developer in the area, well, in actually all of the U.S. They're headquartered though out of Horsham, Pennsylvania, um, and they're all over the U.S. And they make nice looking homes, but they're sort of um, it's like it's made with toothpicks and bubble gum, right? Very
Hmm.
cheap construction. And I remember when I went to go look, they were building something close nearby where I was living, and I was like, all right, let's go see what these new homes are. And I was like, oh, it's from this company. Okay, let's see. And they were selling the first slightly more premium homes, and then they're only going to sell like 30 or 40 of those because they had this little pocket area where they could have their showroom. And then from there, what they were going to do was do the remaining 300 that were going to be sort of smaller sized, less premium. And then the final is in the back end, right? In the back end of the property, they were going to build the $1 million ones. And I looked at one where the starting price was 500,000, and I was like, okay. And then I was looking at what they had. They already sold a bunch of them. They sold maybe half of them, and they had a couple spots. And it's like, oh, and then here's here's the lots that are left, and our premium lot prices, our lot prices it's only 90,000. 90,000. 90,000 on top of the 500.
Yeah.
And this is a place that, like, you could stick your fist through the drywall, and you'd find out that you'd also be putting your hand through your neighbors too. It's just like, it's, they're a really shoddy developer, but they're the predominant one. And and everyone's, we're saying, oh, the price is, why is it so high? Oh, lumber has gone up. No, it hasn't. I know that you guys, work with the mills, and you have basically all the lumber you need for all, of these 1,000 homes, like all stockpiled in a warehouse that's conditioned, So like, no. Lumber costs haven't gone up. You're just taking advantage, right? And so that's where my tangent was going. Sorry.
I looked up the pricing for my. I bought in November last year. I bought a 64 gig DDR4 kit, 3600, and is a quad stick kit, so 148 euros. Now this would cost me like $400 or $500. Insanity.
So I started looking
insanity.
I looked at some of the PC builder places, or building it on my own, the pricing everything out. I was like, you know what? I could just save myself the headache, and let's take a look at Micro Center's power spec, and their top end is actually pretty nice. And it was a couple $1,000s, and I probably could put that on a credit card. A couple thousand compared to a lesser version for a main gear or something. It's like 4,000, and it's like, guys, what are we doing here?
Well, I'm sticking with these machines for a bit, so I think I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, I will. This thing will force my hand at some point, so I need to replace it. And more importantly, just for the headache of all this setup, I really just need to, build another recording system.
Mm-hmm.
Or fix the existing system as the backup to my recording system. But it has age on it, right? So it's going to die. Parts are going to die anyways. So it's better to, like, not put it in a place where it's instrumental to my happiness. Because I was very unhappy this morning when all the shenanigans started.
Speaking of happiness, did you test out your new NAS? Do you like it?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Does it get the Allen seal of approval?
It does. It's simple. I can do the uploads through its app. It is doing what I needed to do. I did spend $400 on a enterprise NAS drive for 20 terabytes, and I filled up 8 of it already.
Do you have like 2 of them in there?
No, I just have the one.
Okay.
It was $400, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't, and I could have spent $600 or $700 or whatever for a 30 terabyte, right? And I'm like, no. Let's just do the one, and then later on, maybe this month, I'll go buy another drive, and we'll see if I just do a JBOD or whether I do. Look, I have multiple backups. So I have backups to the external stuff. I have backups to, but one of the things that was nice is I took all the external drives that were connected directly up to my system, and I connected them up to the NAS.
Okay, so it could just slurp them up from the.
Well, it doesn't expose them as anything, but from inside, I can copy it from the NAS over to the external drives, which I'm okay with, because I'm really just using them as backups anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I finished my my NAS. I built a new one. So
I didn't get a fancy one like you did.
Well, I didn't get a fancy one either. I built it myself.
Oh, the M100, right? That's what you were saying, yeah.
So I got 32 gig stick of RAM, which is where I noticed, like, hey, why is it so expensive? Yeah. So it's the same price as the 64 gig four stick kit from last year. It's the same price. Yeah. It was insane. Yep. Yeah. I'm not happy about this. But yeah, so I got that solved. I have I set up a home assistant for the office, so we can get rid of the Philips Hue bridge thing. We got that sorted, and yeah. And on my home network, I'm sorting out some stuff with like where I want to put like a NAS and what kind of stuff, because I have this Synology still, and that's where like there's stuff going in for like cameras and stuff. I'm not really sure if there's a good tool for that for my home network. I might have to like install that. What's it called? There's like a camera application for it. You can install like containers in what did I install? It was not Unraid. It was the other one? FreeNAS. I installed
FreeNAS,
Yeah,
TrueNAS.
yeah, it's TrueNAS.
What's
Yeah, it's
what's
TrueNAS.
the Linux
HexOS.
version?
HexOS.
HexOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't install HexOS because I knew how to do the other stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to install HexOS. I'll just install TrueNAS.
Yeah. Um, what I yeah,
I'm going to get a new case for it, and then I'm going to stick with the two bigger discs into it, like 20 or more, and then maybe add more discs. But like, I still don't want to put in too many discs because it's going to take a lot of power, and this is mostly for like camera recordings and storing, making a backup of my Dropbox and that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
yep.
that's the one thing I was a little mad about in the Yugo or whatever it is, the
Ugreen.
Ugreen's. Yeah, but it's like Yugo Pro or something. The Ugreen NAS software has all the clouds except Dropbox.
Yeah, I am somewhat looking at maybe fucking over Dropbox and just getting rid of it,
Right.
because Dropbox has messed with my happiness this year quite a bit, and I've had it.
I mean, it works pretty well for me. That doesn't mean much. I'm just saying is it works pretty well for me, but I'm still paying for it.
Yeah, it's another like $10 a month that I really don't want to deal with, and it's causing me a headache. Like, and if I need something to share stuff to, I also have like Google Drive, because I have like Google One, so I can just put I have like 2 terabytes of storage in Google One. So why would I need like Dropbox?
Right.
Then again, do I want to upload everything to Google? I do not.
I same thing, but I also don't like the Google Drive solution.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Yeah, and I don't like the OneDrive solution. I get that whatever from paying for Office outside of work. I got like the family edition or something, and so my stepbrother uses it. I use it. My mother doesn't really use it, but she's got a license. I think I gave one to my father too. So like,
I think you can share your Google One with people if you get Google One.
I have it because I'm a Pixel user, and a bunch of stuff comes included.
Oh wait, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So wait, I already have Google One.
Yeah,
so
and then I have Google Fi, so I get premium as well. I don't have to pay for premium out of pocket anymore because I get it with my Google Fi, unlimited coverage or whatever.
So I got. Oh, that's also new. I got a new Pixel 10.
Yeah. How do you like it?
It's okay. I hate. You're eligible for membership. I already have it.
I know. They're
fuck off.
Yeah. Well, there are lots of little things that like aren't very intelligent. Well, like we were just talking about, we're like at Google Meet, and there's like a testing, like test your audio. So like in Zoom, you go under settings, you go under audio, and then you could, devices, whatever it is, and you can just test things. It's easy, it's simple, it works. Mm-hmm. But I noticed this morning, I was like, there's no testing thing inside Google Meet, and then I just have to like figure out what is screwed up with eroding John's patience in the meeting, and then I went and I found it. It's like hidden under a place where you would never look, and even then, it's not very good. So
Yep.
yeah,
Anyway, so the NAS is good. I like it. It's been usable. I haven't used it that much because I'm still using the Synology, but I'm gonna start moving stuff over and then starting up making up containers and stuff for it.
yeah.
It's
I haven't gotten to that
I
yet. That
think
place yet.
it's about it uses less power than the Synology NAS, which is kind of interesting. So that's
Well, I
cool.
mean, obviously new chips, new technology, lower power, better power
Well, it's an
efficiency.
Intel machine, so you'd think that it would use more power, right?
Not, I mean, not a lot of that hasn't been true for a long while. But on a
Oh,
desktop
actually,
system,
the Intel machines have been using a lot more power than the AMD ones.
the
But
desktop
still,
systems, they're way more power
The
hungry.
ARM devices, like they're a lot more power efficient.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the Synology is kind of old, so it kind of needs to be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the backup situation. Uh, setting that all up myself and making sure it works and whatever. And well, the Synology thing just works, right? It's kind of annoying. And I see why a Hex OS would be interesting because it makes that simpler, right? Anyway, I also got a new metal rack for my makerspace location thing, so to put in like a laser cutter and a 3D printer and stuff.
Oh boy,
Turns out the laser cutter fits perfectly, except for that there is like I needed to put like some brackets underneath it to make it not fall through. That was a problem, and my 3D printer didn't fit, so in between the shelves. So I should have what I should have done is lifted the one of the shelves a little bit lower, made it go a little bit lower, but like I can't really do it anymore because I already jammed everything in, and I can't really take it apart. But the main problem is that it's blocking the Wi-Fi for some of the stuff that I have on the other side of it. So yeah, fun times. That room is so full of metal racks that it's actually blocking internet connection to stuff there. So
wow.
I either have to put in another. I'm
Switch.
thinking maybe put another access point in that room, or like maybe put a access point in my bedroom because it's right next to it. So it makes sense if I do it there. But yeah, for 100 square meter apartment, it's kind of annoying that I have to use like two access points. Oh well.
Well, technically, so two of them are down in the basement, right? Because they're different meshes, but I have six. Well, technically, I have yeah, technically it's four because you can't include the ones in the basement. They're not nothing in the basement's accessing anything other than wires to basically to the Ethernet. So and talking to the other mesh nodes. So I got four in my house.
It's so my apartment is about 1,076 square feet.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not that big.
Yeah. This house is big enough. It doesn't feel big to me.
How much square foot is that?
It's like 2,400, 2,500 something. You do the math. If you were to, if you're doing the
Yeah, it's about
empty
double.
shell of a building, it's like 2,500. But it's more like 2,300 ish. And if I finish out the basement, I can reclaim about 600 of it.
I tried to open the Google One app on my Android phone. It says, "Do you want a trial with the AI stuff. I was like, nope, nope, nope. I do not want it. Go away.
Yeah.
Gemini, you're terrible. You hear that, Google? You make a terrible product. Sorry.
They're not listening. We're not using Google Meet.
Zoom, you make a terrible product. You even have an AI companion in this thing. So go away.
Yeah, I fucking ignore all that stuff. But compared to Meet, it works. Works reliably.
It works on your machine until it doesn't. So,
Yeah.
we don't know when that's going to
happen.
change.
That happens every couple years. Some audio software update or something changes, and then everything gets fucksered.
Yeah. I imagine that Alan at the moment is not a very happy camper.
In respect to what?
Normal. Today must not be a good day.
Well, I mean, shit was... Well, I mean, I took care of the sourdough, so that's not bad. That's a good thing. And I got some chores I got to run. And, earlier this week, I was like not happy. So I was I burned my Saturday. My Saturday was a nap day. I didn't get up until way late because I was having a not wonderful experience, on Friday night, Thursday to Friday, whatever it was. So my Saturday was a recapture my life day, which basically I didn't do anything. There is this thing that I saw on TikTok where so at Five Below, which are basically bougier dollar stores. Mm-hmm. They're meant for like cheap kids toys and stuff like that, especially for kids. Like they're brutal on everything, but everything's 6 months and their attention span, and you just have to get them gifts and stuff like that, so you can shop for cheap gifts at Five Below, and you can get yourself like there's all kinds of little knickknack stuff that you and I, Alan and John, don't care about, but there are definitely little knickknacks and things that women or girlfriends or mothers love at Five Below. So anyhow, they had this I can't exactly explain it, but it was like a beanie bag without the beans and it was a dumpling. So they made this little $5 or whatever it is, you could buy this dumpling, and it comes in this plastic bamboo container thing, and there's a little dumpling. And then I guess they made giant dumplings, and I couldn't find. I was like, oh, I want to gift one of these to a friend. And I saw some really fun videos on them. And my friend out of Boston, she's like, she found them, so she sent me a bunch. So one, I'm with the intent to gift to somebody, but the others I gonna put up on my ceilings in my kitchen are 9 feet high. So I intend to, up in the upper cabinets there, I put like a light rope, right? I put a Govee light rope up there. And so I intend to get up on the ladder and stick on the corner of the upper cabinets the dumplings. So I've been meaning to do it, but I just, yesterday was like, the day to do it. Today is the day to do it. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to sit here and reclaim some sleep and stay in my cozy burrito and not move. And that's what yesterday was. And so today I was like, I got to record today. I got an adult. Got to go out. Got to do stuff.
Did you play with the mesh testing nodes?
I did. Thank you so John gifted me a T1000E.
Not the Terminator.
Yeah, not the Terminator. No, I mean it's nice. It's like the size of a credit card.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker, right?
Well, no,
yeah, it's much thicker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't taken a credit card and compared them, but it's small. My point is that it's about the footprint of a credit card, and then it's about maybe 3 credit cards stacked high.
Yeah.
If you were to stack it, and It's great and everything. It doesn't have much of a battery. The one thing I will say though that's kind of annoying is the connector. I would have just
Oh, it's
loved if they
the
just had a
magnetic
USB. Yeah, because
pogo pin thing.
it's a special thing, right? And unless you keep complete track on that cable for your entire life of owning this thing, you're gonna lose that. I'm gonna
Yep.
lose it. I'm gonna
Yep.
lose it. And how do you replace that? Right? You don't. You don't.
I think they're like a standard, so that shouldn't be that hard. This
Okay.
is like a standard. Like I have similar ones for the those USB. No, not the USB, but the AirTag cards.
Oh, okay.
So like I have. Yeah, let me get it.
I didn't know that it was standard on other things.
But
This is
so
the
I
first for
can't really
me.
show you, but like those have like two pogo pins for power, right, to charge it.
Hmm.
And there's like other ones that you can get,
And
but
I'm sure the cost of it would have been more if they did put USB C in, but it would have just been nice to have USB C.
well, yes, of course, but
Yeah.
you know.
Either way, it's nice. It's very unassuming. There's no screen on it.
I
You
would still
don't.
keep the cable like at a location.
I took it in with me to work one day.
Uh-oh.
Just to see what it would pick up on in the city. And then the other day I took the one that I built. I built one, so I bought a Heltec V4. When you had sent me the Heltec V3, I
I would not
bought.
say that the Heltec V4 is better than the Heltec V3, by the way.
So the V3 has a better screen. The brightness on the screen is better.
And also
Um,
the updating firmware is easier.
yeah, yeah. But also I don't have a battery on it. So let's just give it credit for that. I don't have a battery on it, so it came with a battery, right? The kit that whatever you sent came with a
Mhm.
battery.
But
Ironically, they have this little case for the antenna and everything, except that
no
they
space for
don't
the battery. Yes.
for no space for the battery. But then I saw the other day where the battery output was like. So anyhow, my point is that when you said it was when once I got it, I bought bigger antennas,
Hmm.
and just on my own. And then what I did is I used Joe's sticky stuff, which is to just
Oh.
on my window up here because I have a dormer up here, and that it's a high point in the house and there's a window. And then I took the bigger antenna and I just I could get it out of the case, and so my big antenna with this case, and I didn't use the battery, the 3000 milliamp battery. And so when I bought the Heltec V4, I was like, oh fuck, I wasn't smart enough to go think about this. I got a case. Um, I bought the V4, and I was like, oh, I can use the battery, and the case that I got is perfect for the battery.
Do you know that there's
So
like lots of people who like 3D print stuff nowadays on and put them on Amazon?
right, but this thing was like I don't know, $10 or something for this case that I could house the GPS antenna, the little dinky antenna that they give you, which
GPS antenna?
doesn't. Yeah, the V4 has GPS radio on it.
It doesn't.
It
The V4
does.
does not have GPS.
It does.
It does not.
I'm telling you, I have GPS on it. It came with my kit. Came with an antenna and the board and a tiny little antenna, and I hooked up the big one. The big one, the 2 pack of the antennas that I got, that was great because I could run that through that case. It was perfect, and it's a big antenna, and it does. There's a GPS module.
There's a connector for it, but there's no GPS on the board. So did you get it with the GPS module?
Yeah, it has
Oh,
my
okay,
my
okay.
kit that I got. It has the GPS
Oh, okay.
module,
So the
and
kit came
I
with it. It's not on the board,
yeah,
by
yeah.
the way.
And then I got
Just
a case, which was kind of annoying because it was hard to figure out how to like loop the wires without them overlapping over
mm,
places, and it's just sort of. Oh, and the antenna. Every time I try to connect up an antenna, I just don't have the fingers for it. My thumb is not flat. It swoops up. So I'm not like, I just trying to snap it is never easy for me. I literally
I
have to
always use
get.
my index finger for that.
Yeah, no, couldn't even do that. The way my fingers work out, they just don't. They sort of. There's no blunt edge to it. So I literally have to take like, um, uh, clamps, not clamps. I have
Pliers.
pliers, but I have two different kinds, right? So I have one to like hold the twisting angle of the antenna so that it was flat, the right angle, and then I used tweezers to sandwich the thing down when I finally could get it exactly aligned. It's a pain. It's the biggest pain in my ass
Yeah.
with that. Which is why, like, once I have that big antenna up, I'm not no more disconnected.
But now you have the V4 on the window, or
I have the V3 on the window, and then on the windowsill, I have the V4 just chilling there right now, being charged, and the tracker right now. So all
mm,
three of them are just sitting next to each other on the window. I can take you take a picture for you.
yeah. So it comes with
Um,
a you bought a separate so you bought a kit with like a colored stripe cable and stuff like that.
yeah. For the GPS module. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
one that just got V4 and it came with the antenna. It didn't come with a battery. I had the battery because I didn't use it for the V3. I
Hmm.
bought a case and I had the extra antenna.
Just make sure you plug the battery in the right socket, because
I
one of them is
did.
for
Yeah.
solar,
I
one of
didn't
them
do
is
it in the
for
solar one. Yeah,
yeah.
I got it correct. I also bought a. I didn't buy like one of the fancy, better power bank things, but I bought like an Anchor $100 power bank. Um, and for a moment there, what I was doing is I was running the solar. I bought a bunch of solar panels that go to USB C. Um, and so it's not like I can connect them together. The wire comes out, it goes to USB C. So what I was doing is I had the power bank sitting on the windowsill, and I had the solar feeding it because I used Joe's sticky stuff thing, and I put I've since taken it off, but I put that on my
You're
uh,
sort of solar node.
yeah, sort of a solar node. The thing that drives me nuts is there's no power coupler that you could plug in multiple like USB Cs in and have one feed that I could feed. So I couldn't put all three panels up into this battery, right, through one input. There's no power combiners out there for USB.
Is it USB C?
Yeah, it's USB C.
Does it have like multiple like outputs instead of just a
No,
USB C, or is it also
the
micro
panels are
USB
nice.
and
They're
whatever?
5 watt, and
No, okay. I
I
mean,
literally did a test where I had
the
it
connector is only
connected.
USB C.
It's only USB C.
Ah, okay.
It's meant for like outdoor cameras, like a Rio Link or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
one panel for a outdoor camera, but it was like $35 or something like that.
Behind the window, you also have like less performance on the
Sure,
panel,
sure,
by the way.
sure. But I just wanted to test it, and I was like, all right, what I'll do is I'll put some drain on it. So I think I put the V3 on it, and then I it was powering that just fine. It didn't go to sleep. That was the key thing about the power bank, that it was
Mm.
enough draw that it wasn't going to go to sleep. And then I stuck the panel on it, and it basically maintained. It didn't maintain it 100%, but it maintained it near somewhere in the 90s pretty well. And it
Okay.
wasn't necessarily the brightest of days either when I was doing this testing.
Yeah,
So
I took apart a old power bank. It was like a 10,000 milliamp power bank,
yeah.
and it's a hefty thing. And I harvested the battery out of it, and I stuck a little
Most of the time they're
lipo controller on it, like a little battery management thing on it, and then
mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna use it in a outside solar node with a bigger. I'm gonna find a better solar controller, because the ones that I've been using are like you need quite a bit of power for it, and it only charges like at 500 milliamp hour. Um, yeah, an hour. So that's kind of annoying, and I would like
Yeah,
to charge it faster.
it would be nice if they had a power combiner, you know, and even if that include having like a 10,000 milliamp battery or something. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
can plug in multiple USB-Cs for the panels, not for like, power delivery into a battery. And and I'm sure there's technically a reason for why that this stuff doesn't exist. They do exist. They exist in
Well,
solar panel
they usually
solutions
don't
that are meant
have.
to, you know.
They usually don't have an extra. They don't have a USB-C input, right? They have a just a barrel jack for the power supply, or just connectors where you
Right.
just screw in the terminals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Anyway,
So
so I've got a 18-volt power solar panel with like a car battery, but not a car battery, but like a moped, like for like a little small uh, uh, like gas powered bike thing. You can that's a starter battery,
hmm.
and for the electronics in like one of those things. So it's not very powerful to store a lot of power, but you can, if you leave it up on a roof, it will charge it properly and it will keep it charged. Just on my balcony in the winter, there's no sun, so that's very nice. But yeah, it doesn't work very well for solar nodes.
Yeah, they've been so apparently some people have been putting up solar nodes and stuff in Center City. Um, I saw something. There was a particular project where some artist had he put up. I think they was using ESP32s with e-ink displays and a solar panel and built this whole module.
ESP32s are the worst choice because they're
Um,
so
but
power hungry.
they stuck up this sort of solar nodes and attached them to the so like our signs have they're like a fluted um, piece of metal that has like screw holes in it, right? And they just plug that in and they connect up the sign and whatever it is and put it with screw and bolt or whatever it is. So anyway, someone took advantage of that and they stuck up a like a service that basically checks and reports like, oh, this is your bus line, this is what the times are and stuff like that. And so they were putting a bunch of ESP32 nodes with e-ink displays up and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I haven't seen it because I don't take a bus route, but I thought that was interesting. And then I found PhillyMesh.com. So there's a bunch of Meshtastic group. I joined their Discord. I haven't really talked to anyone.
It's
I
not
really am not looking in there.
.net.com. It's .net.
Is it .net? I thought it was
Yeah.
.com.
You said you sent me the link to it earlier, and PhillyMesh.net.
Oh yeah, Philly. Yes, you're right. PhillyMesh.net. So yeah, so it's interesting. So there's a small group here, and
But please consider using our affiliate link at Rockland. Yeah, Rockland is they make a nice they make nice Meshtastic hardware, so that might be interesting for you.
yeah, yeah. So repository for this website. Yeah. So I don't know. I joined their Discord. I haven't really touched base with anyone, but I saw one of them show up, and comment on and I was like, oh, interesting. And it's like, oh, what's this place? And then I went and I found their website. So it's kind of cool. There seem to be some characters there, and it's the ratio for genders is pretty even. So that's interesting too.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I think the main problem at the moment with Meshtastic is that there's a bunch of people who are like actively trying to recruit for Meshcore.
yeah, you mentioned this. I'm
And
not seeing that.
they've been pretty aggressive and annoying, and I want them to go away. Like I have a Meshcore node. I'm playing with it. I'm not bothered by it.
Right.
But
I think
I think
I
the whole Meshtastic thing is not as much a communications tool as much as a uh, just it is a part communication, but it's also like telemetry and stuff like that. So there's a lot more
right.
that goes over it than just
I would
communications.
think your only value with Mesh Core, right, would be because it's sort of built in such a way to have private, meshes, right? So if you wanted to, so I think about my father has a couple apartment buildings. So if he wanted some telemetry, right? Let's say he wanted to put a bunch of sensors
You can
in,
do
like
that. You can do that with
you could do
Meshtastic
that with
too.
Mesh Core and not
Meshtastic
have
too.
it publicly available to everybody on Mesh.
Meshtastic too.
Can you do a
Yep.
private node?
Yep.
Okay, I know
You
I
can
can
use
see.
you can use other nodes to get the data. But you can have your own stuff like internal, like on your own channel.
Hmm, okay. Well, either way, I have no place for Mesh Core, so and so yeah, I have two mobile nodes, and I have one that's on the Wi-Fi network, and the rest are other two are on Bluetooth. I've not updated the V4 yet because I have to like open up the case, pull the battery, do the update, put the battery back on, close up this crazy looking case, and I just, I did enough of that. I just like I can leave it off one version. It's fine.
2.7.15 version, I think has a bug with Wi-Fi, and the 2.7.16 version has, I think, it fixed, but it is the alpha version, so it's back to alpha. So
Right.
and the other ones
Yeah,
is beta. So
these are the way they show up on my system is like kind of problematic. They don't the V3 kind of updates pretty well. The tracker is funky. You have to like copy down a YouTube file or something and drop it into
oh
when
yeah,
it
but that's
mounts
because
as
it behaves like a disk, and then you copy it over.
yeah, you copy it over and then I know I hear a beep, eventually beeps and I go okay, it rebooted. Um,
There's something to say for that because all of the Rockland, the rack boards that I
yeah.
have, you have the same setup.
Mm-hmm.
Because they mount as RP2 whatever. That's because they are like Raspberry Pi 2040s. So those are like microcontrollers. They're not ESP32, but they're still they're a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more power efficient than the ESP32s. Yeah,
The one thing I will say that I don't like about the V4 is the screen brightness sucks.
yeah, yeah.
It's great on the V3 and then nothing on the V4.
I think the V3's screen will burn out faster.
Oh, okay,
So that's why I think why they did that.
okay.
Well, like Heltec is not a very big company. It's a very small company, I think.
Right. They have a .org is basically for given all the complexity of what they're doing. It's they have a .org.
Who?
Then Heltec.org. That's the website.
No, it's heltec.cc.
Yeah, for me it's Heltec.org.
You sure?
Yeah,
You're not on a different website?
it's definitely a Heltec website.
Oh,
Heltec.
oh it is. Yeah. Plus
Yeah, I mean that's
86.
just an address. Doesn't mean they're a not for
Yeah.
profit. Given what they're doing, I mean, I'm just looking now. I'm seeing trending projects, and I'm like, okay, they got all kinds of good stuff here. Oh, they have a solar node now, mesh solar.
The mesh tower, you mean?
I'm just seeing the carousel. It says mesh solar, professional battery management, web configuration, all in one, versatility. Learn more.
Yeah, that's the mesh tower thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit lower. It says it calls it mesh tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
And
they
they have
even
the
like
mesh
an
pocket. They
oh
have the mesh pocket now.
yeah, the mesh pocket is kind of nice. They have it's like a little battery bank with like a cheat charging thing,
Okay.
and it has like a little e-ink display on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it starts charging your phone, and it's kind of annoying because it has one of those pogo pins on the side. Oh, but it has USB-C on the bottom. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I see in the graphic. Anyhow, I'm gonna stop looking at that because
you're
I'm
gonna
not
spend
buying
more
any
money.
more. I got 3 nodes already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I did a count. I think I own more than 50 at the moment.
well, you're spreading them everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and you can't take like I have a 5 pack or something of ESP32s that you can't. You need the LoRa
Yeah.
uh, radio on it, so it's not like you can just convert the. I'm sure people have modules for them, but I'm like no.
I think the cheapest ones you can get are like $20 for a V3 for just
So
the
it,
board.
oh, okay.
With the board with an antenna with like a basic kit.
Yeah, I mean that they're like 20-30 bucks or whatever it is. They're not the
But
V4 was not
if
that
you get a
expensive.
if you get a rack one, it's I think it's about the same price. But
Yeah.
for the core plus the antenna plus the thing and
Yeah.
yeah,
I definitely would recommend just buying better antennas. There's little ones that come with them. They're nothing.
they're terrible. The curly pigtail ones.
Yeah, or whatever they are. They're just like tiny little. I mean, I have 2 of them spare because I'm not using them.
Yep.
Um,
I have a whole
so
box of them.
yeah, so I made the good decision well ahead. It's like, let me buy bigger antennas, and I did. And when I put this mobile case together, I was like,
Send me a
that
link to
little one
the
was gonna do
antennas when you have
nothing.
the time.
What was
You
that?
should send me a link to the antennas you got.
Oh yeah, okay. I got them off Amazon. They're nice. They do exactly what I needed them to do.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I so I have a bunch of links. You didn't add any links this time, so
No, I didn't.
I think they're fun little links. They're not music this time, so let me just rattle them off, and then we can close off for today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got I accidentally crashed the rare plant market. Polymatic.link/1L6 for that one. It's an interesting way to stick it to the crazy people. Then the RAM shortage comes for us all. Polymatic.link/1L7. This is from Jeff Geerling. It's very, yeah, it's about the same problem, same issue as the one from Gamers Nexus. And then something completely different. Craftsman does Minecraft. Polymatic.link/1L8.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
And it's been I've been looking at maybe playing Minecraft again, but I have a Minecraft server in my home, and I'm thinking of like maybe doing a reset on it so I can get started from scratch because it's like filled with builds from other people and
Yeah, for
like,
me, but also MedP.
yeah,
He had all kinds of stuff all over the place.
yeah. And
He
there's been
even.
more people on it, so
Oh, really?
it's
Oh, okay.
gotten a bit weird. So
It's not that I.
it's like people have like a 2 week Minecraft kick and then they
No, I have a
stop
couple
playing.
months, but then I feel like I'm not exploring much, or some of the servers that you've regenerated have been better, and there's been more to. And this one was like mostly C and spruce, and I just hate spruce forests. There's just too much of them, and it just wasn't interesting. So
Yeah.
I got to my point, and then I was about to start glassing up one of the towers, those evil guys. What are the I forget what they call them.
Raiders.
The Raider
Yeah, yeah.
Tower, and the P was like, "No, I want to take advantage and shoot." So he locked it all up and did stuff to it, and I just like, okay. So what I did is I built I built a hamster tube to the top of it, so I could at least go from my outpost and walk in at the top and shoot raiders. So
Yeah. Well, everybody has that kick for a bit, and then they eject for a while. So
yeah. All right,
yeah.
let me send you this. I'll send you this link. They were $12. This is what they're showing up as. It wasn't that much.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and they were perfect for especially that mobile case. And I'll send you a link to the mobile case too if you're just curious. What I got. It has
Oh.
this interesting.
Oh, those they change. You can rotate them, right?
Yeah, you can rotate
Yeah.
them. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It looks silly on the. I'll take a picture later. I'll send it to you. It looks silly. Um, as I just sort of tacked it onto my window. Um, but it works out fine in the V3, and then the V4. I stuck it in that case,
So
and
I sent you a link to a different kind of antenna. Oh, okay. This is an interesting case. But
yeah. So
the
with it,
antenna I just sent you, that
yeah,
one is much better than the one that rotates, the one you can change the angle on, because
yeah.
it well, the one that rotates and messes up the cable and whatever. So it
Oh well, no, it has a little jack on it, and then you screw the antenna on the jack.
yes,
So it,
but
it rotates independently of it doesn't twist the antenna that's connected to the board.
okay. I've had more. I have both of these, and
Yeah.
my experience has been much better with the one that I just sent you.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's my experience that I have with it. And they're
Yeah.
flexible and they don't break the connector.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put too much pressure on on the connector, it can sometimes mess with the plastic case. I think
Right.
this is a 3D printed case. Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah. It seems like a 3D printed case. So it didn't have any. You couldn't just put. I was like, I had a bunch of screws in these little threaded wedged little pieces of metal, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And what you do is you drop the 3D, you drop the pieces of metal, little threaded metal, under on one side of the case, and then when you put the screw through, it goes through the
Yeah,
through the plastic, and then it sort of clamps that way.
yeah,
But they're kind of annoying because if you lose them, then you lose them,
yeah.
and so you have to kind of keep track of everything.
But
And
you can
and
get
no,
they look to be M3 nuts, so you can also get like normal M3 nuts. So you can probably put them in as well.
yeah,
That will
but it's
work.
the and I didn't glue the little pieces of metal
Ah,
into the case. I just sort of kept them. So if I
yet.
open it up, it comes out, right? So you can lose those. So yes, I probably could have put a little bit of super glue or something on it, and
Yeah, yeah.
done that. I didn't
You
do
can
that.
also get it in hot pink, so
Yeah, I don't know why. I think, but I can, because of the extended antenna. I can. So I'm looking at the particular antenna you sent, and it has a little, like, obviously the connector, and then you screw in the antenna. So anyhow, the ones that I got have that same piece. They just, the antenna is different. So
yeah. So the antenna is the thing that you want.
right,
You can use the same connector. It's just the antenna that is. It has
better.
it has a flexible antenna, so you can use it as a whip, but it's still
Yeah,
you know.
I'll
I bought quite a few of these to replace all the old. I used to buy all those ones you can change the orientation
sure.
on,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I switched to all of these. So
Yeah.
in this
Um.
case, it is a soft whip antenna for LoRa,
Hmm.
915 megahertz. I don't have a link for you, but yeah, maybe maybe I'll put a link in the description or something.
So I'm looking at my main node. It's showing it discovered 395 total. And
Okay.
I get about 150-mile radius.
You should maybe turn off the So if you go to the channel, the main channel, to settings, channels, and then long fast, you should probably disable the downlink, so it doesn't put the mesh, the MQTT stuff on the network, because otherwise you might see nodes that don't really exist.
Interesting. So, it says uplink enabled is off. Downlink enabled is off.
Okay, so uplink enabled sends stuff to MQTT. So anything that passes by gets uploaded to the MQTT, which goes up onto the map. So if you have somebody that says, "Hey, I'm here," then it will show up on the map.
Got it. So,
So
for this one,
you're helping out getting the stats out.
okay. So I'm gonna enable uplink on that.
Yep. And then you need to go to LoRa and to LoRa settings, and then enable OK to MQTT. So that means that anything you say on the message on the network, or if you give a GPS location or something like that, it's okay to put onto MQTT. So if somebody else sees you, you can show up as like, "Hey, I'm here."
Okay.
And
Well, I mean, I'm
depending on your
up.
settings, how much privacy you put, like how many feet or miles, right? It will give you an estimated location.
So on the V3, I obviously set it as fixed. I will say though, the GPS accuracy on the mobile nodes, both of them, the V4 and the tracker, is not very accurate. It's got me 2 miles off or something.
Well, if you're inside, yes.
No, even when outside. Even when I was in the city. It also
depends on the setting. It also depends on the setting.
Yeah. So,
if you have the setting set to like 2 miles obfuscation thing, so you don't.
Oh, maybe that's what it's set to. Whatever it is by default.
Yeah. So. It will draw you like very big circle, and you're somewhere in that circle.
The one thing I haven't figured out, and this is where I want your help eventually, probably off recording, is being able to set TLS up on the one that's on Wi-Fi, so that I can connect to it without using the app, but on my desktop through the client app, because I can't get TLS. I one day went into the website and I modified enough of the things where it was disabling that to flip it on, and I was able to, in the house network, connect to the IP through the client.meshtastic website and get it to connect.
It doesn't really do TLS, so it's like a very rudimentary web server.
Right. But they only let you on to connect through the web client.
I don't think they even include the web client anymore.
No, definitely wasn't on the node. No, you go to the
but they used to have like an option for you to include the web client onto the node.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
No, and that's good.
But I can't. I just want to be able to connect to it from inside the house. You know what I mean? Without having to go to my phone.
Ah, okay. So from a web page.
Yeah.
You can self-host the client.
There's still client Meshtastic, website. Mm-hmm. And you can have an option to add a node and add HTTP, but it has to be HTTPS.
Yes. So if you just host it yourself, you can host that client yourself in your Home Assistant. And you can just connect to it from...
I can. Okay, cool.
I think so.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, I think we've talked enough.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Okay, so Alan, where can they find you?
I don't know, around.
Polymatic.link / Alan for that one. Where can you find me? John. Polymatic.link / John. For feedback, you can reach us at podcast@polymatic.media. Our website is polymatic.media, where you can find all our links too. And I hope you tune in next time.